Hey guys, it's Bean here. Welcome to my video on 10 things I wish I knew before I started streaming. Let's get right into it. The first thing I wish I knew before I started streaming is the grass is greener where you water it. Now, to me, this means, where you put an effort is where you're gonna see growth. If you stream on Twitch only, you're gonna grow a really strong Twitch community. If you are on TikTok all of the time, interacting with everyone on there, then you're gonna see a lot of TikTok growth. I know some people who are like TikTok only streamers, that's how they make a lot of their income, but it's an opportunity cost, right? Like in economics, if you're not doing one thing, you're doing another. So like the grass is greener where you water it. Make sure you are spreading yourself exactly where you need to be, Start streaming on Twitch. Are you gonna split your time between Kick and Twitch? Twitch and TikTok? Just Twitch and just grow that first? So yeah, maybe figure out a game plan with that because the grass is greener where you water it. When I water my Twitch community, it grows the best. And then TikTok and YouTube. I am now starting to water my YouTube channel, so let's see if the grass is greener there. The second thing I wish I knew before I started streaming is if you aren't seeing results, change what you're doing. If you aren't seeing results, change what you're doing. And by this, I mean if you are stagnant in your growth, viewer count, sub count, whatever is important to you, you need to change something. Whether it's the game, the content, how you're doing things, multi-streaming, marketing, like social media, how often you're posting, something needs to change, okay? When I first started streaming, I've been streaming for 7 years now. For the first 5.5 years, I only streamed Age of Empires 2, which is fine because I wasn't doing it full time. I was just having fun, which is totally fine. But as soon as I went full time, I knew my growth was very flat because I wasn't a professional at that game. So I knew I needed to change something. So I started getting into chess, getting back into Fortnite, playing Sims, just getting into variety. I started multi-streaming on TikTok. I started posting clips. I got on YouTube. I am changing what I'm doing and I am seeing the results. So yeah, if something isn't changing, and this can apply to anything, alerts, I don't know, maybe not alerts. This can apply to many aspects of your stream. Sit with it. If you need me to expand on that, let me know in the comments and I can help you one-on-one. But yeah, you're not seeing results, change something. The third thing I wish I did before I started streaming is I wish I would have let go of the cringe in my head when I would post on social media. What do I mean by that? People from high school followed me on Twitter, they followed me on Instagram, and I was always way too afraid. And a little bit to this day, I'm still a little bit like, oh, like, do they think I'm just like some gamer girl, which I am, which is good because I've learned to embrace it. So if you are worried about posting on TikTok because, Bethany from high school might see it and may think I'm cringe, you need to let that go. If you really want the stream, the dream, you need to let go of the cringe because otherwise it's never going to work. I do see one way around this. If you start a completely new Instagram account or like TikTok, but I mean, if people know who you are, like one day they're going to know you stream. And like, I used to be really afraid of people like knowing I stream because I was like a little bit embarrassed, I guess, which is not good. I wish I would have owned it and been like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm a streamer. So yeah, I wish I would have known to just let go. Everything's going to be okay. If you really, really want to stick to being a content creator, you need to just go fully into what you want and not try and not care what they think. I know that's tough but try. The fourth thing I wish I knew before I started streaming, and this tip is mainly if you are trying to make money and grow full time. If you're just doing streaming for fun, this may not apply to you, but I wish I would have tracked my income and expenses. I only started doing this, it's Now, April 11th, 2024, I only started doing this January 1st, 2024, and I've been streaming for 7 years. I have never gotten in a Google Doc until then and tracked all my earnings and my expenses and my profits, basically. And as soon as I did it, I realized how much I was truly making it work and how much I wish I would have done it earlier. Because I think I got very disgruntled my very first year I went full-time. I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like, I thought I wasn't earning, and I'll never know. I guess I could go back and like track my earnings from the very first year I went full-time, which was November 2022. That until November 2023 was not tracking any income. And I wish I would have. I think it would have given me a more positive mindset. It just, you know, it just shows you how much you're growing. Like when I see like how much it's growing and like how much, it just keeps you on a stable track. So that's what I wish I would have done when I was a full-time streamer, or even when I was just doing it for fun. It's good to know. It's good to know. The fifth thing I wish I knew before I started streaming is do not be afraid to get to know people. This may be obvious to some. This may not be as obvious to some. It was not obvious to me. My very first year on Twitch, when I was streaming Age of Empires, I was afraid to talk on Discord with people, like on the phone and like stream with other streamers. Like I was so afraid. Like I was like, no, I don't really want to collab. And pretty much my first 6 years, I only streamed by myself. I got to know other streamers. Like I would talk in their streams, but like I didn't really get to know them. I didn't collab with them on stream. I didn't talk to them on Discord. I didn't I was very shy. So I would say, and I am a very naturally shy person. And I didn't even used to, I would just go in a Discord call and stay muted if there were other people. I didn't even want to talk. So if that's you and you think you're like, oh, I'm too painfully shy, it is possible to get over it. It may take 7 years, but you can do it. I never even saw myself doing YouTube or talking to a camera, so this is progress. But yeah, so that's tip number 5. I wish I would have not been afraid to get to know my viewers as well. That's another tip. Not only other creators, because I think I was mainly just talking about creators there. Don't be afraid to get to know your viewers, you know? I've just like gotten to know them and in Discord and like I'll even meet some of them in person. Like, you know, just don't be afraid to get to know your viewers. I think I used to be very like keep people at arm's length. And I think as a streamer, you see results when you get to know your viewers, you know? It feels more personable. I've noticed my community has grown when I get to know my viewers. We have more inside jokes. It's just an overall better community experience, which I think is what Twitch is all about. So yeah, do not be afraid to get to know people. That sounds like I'm gaslighting, like don't be afraid. Okay, the tip, I'm rephrasing it. Get to know, I wish I would have gotten to know people, creators and my viewers. The 6th thing I wish I had done before I started streaming, or I wish I knew, which I kind of did, but I wish I would have done YouTube. Hence, I'm right here now. I wish I had gotten right into YouTube. I think I could have been a lot farther along than I am now. I think I have always been very afraid of YouTube in terms of like editing, but actually I'm learning that I kind of love editing. Like I had a lot of fun editing my last what I wear in a week as a streamer video. So yeah, I would just wish I wouldn't have been so afraid. I wish I would have just taken my phone and just started recording. I think I was just afraid. Like I think I just didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I had it in me, but it's a mindset thing. I wish I would have had the mindset like I can do it. I can post on YouTube. I even started posting shorts. Like, I mean, as I'm filming this right now, I think I have like 770 subscribers. Let's make it 1,000. Just kidding. But yeah, I have goals for YouTube, and I think people have already come in my Twitch chat and say like, hey, I came from YouTube, or, you know, I see a lot of potential in this. So yeah, I wish if you're looking to be a streamer, try out YouTube, you know, put yourself out there. I want to start posting like bi-weekly. That sounds like a lot. Maybe weekly. But yeah, just try it out. I'm trying it out and I'll let you guys know how it goes. The seventh thing I wish I knew before I started streaming on Twitch is that a negative mindset equals negative results. And what I mean by that is if you are coming on stream and you are in a bad mood, or you're just absolutely worried about the view count, the follower count, the sub count, and you're just like, and you're getting all in your head, and I only say this because this has happened to me. This used to happen to me a lot. I would be like, oh, like, you know, no one's chatting in the chat, like, and I would get all in my head about like how much like I suck or something. Like, oh my gosh, this is like really dark. But yeah, like, I just would try and stay confident. I know it's hard to stay like, trust me, I know it's hard to stay confident when you're not feeling confident, but you know, if that's the case, if that happens to you, I just told someone this week that if you are feeling like, oh, like nobody's chatting and you're in a bad mood, try and switch your perspective to, okay, just focus on the game that you're playing, or focus on the content you're doing. You know, if it's like, if you're painting, just focus on your painting. If someone shows up, great. Say hi to them, thank them for being there. But yeah, don't focus in on the negative, focus on the positive. Like if you're playing a game you love, just focus on that. And if someone shows up, that's awesome. The first stream I ever did, I averaged half a viewer. But I was playing Age of Empires 2, which I loved, and I was having a great time. And of course, when people started trickling in, of course, that gave me the dopamine and that made me very happy. But I was also happy to just freaking play the game. And if someone showed up, then it was a positive. So yeah, a negative mindset equals negative results. Nobody really wants to be around someone who's in a bad mood. And that sounds terrible. This is like me talking to my younger self, you know, like I wish I would have just gotten out of that funk, kept a positive mindset, done what I don't know. I feel bad for my younger self who was so grumpy. Like, and this was mostly last year when I went full time on Twitch, and I was just like, oh, like, I felt like a failure a little bit. And I would be really negative. I think I was a bit more snippy at loyal viewers, you know, and definitely didn't help the growth. So yeah, just stay positive. If I would stay positive. This sounds like really basic advice, but you know, keep that in mind. Don't be grumpy. Maybe that's it, unless that's your content, is being grumpy. But that was not my content, and I was being grumpy. I was being negative. It did not help. As soon as I started being positive and believing in my dream of being a streamer, instantly saw results. As soon as I started being positive, I'm not kidding. Like, it's a mindset thing. That's going to be really hard to master, but that is a tip. Work with it. Let it simmer. See how it goes. The eighth thing I wish I knew before I started streaming is the power of the call to action. And by that, I mean, hey guys, I'm trying to reach 1,000 followers today. Hey, I'm trying to reach 100 subs for April. You know, have those goals, and also make sure to have a timer in Nightbot, you know, like Nightbot's not spamming it, but like, you know, tell your mods like, hey guys, like we're trying to push this, and you will see results, better results. I am not kidding. Like, I used to be uncomfortable with the idea, and maybe this will resonate with some of you. I used to be uncomfortable with the idea of like, because it almost feels like asking, right? You're like, oh, like I'm trying to reach this, but the people who want to help will help you reach the goal, you know, like if they wanted to, they would. Like, you're not going to make anyone who doesn't want to participate in your community do it. And so like the people who, you know, like they'll still hang out, you know, what am I trying to say? Like, they are powerful. I wish I would have done these, you know, by the first year I had started streaming. I wish I had made those goals, because, and I only started doing this the past like year, I would say, like the little goals, bars, and they do work. At least that's what I've seen. Try it out. I wish I had done it. You'll see results for sure. Goal setting, power of call to action. Yeah, the ninth thing I wish I knew before I started streaming is it is completely okay to be strict when it comes to banning and deleting messages. I think for a lot of my early years on Twitch, I would just kind of allow things like, I don't know, flirtatious comments. Even if they made me uncomfortable, I think I thought like, oh, but a chatter is better than no chatter. Like, you know, it's better to have that one guy in there yapping and like being weird than like having no one at all. But in all fairness, I think that actually prevented people, like maybe someone was stopping in and they saw the chat and they immediately got uncomfortable. If someone is in your chat and is being extremely toxic, which will probably happen if you stick with streaming, there are toxic people. There are people who will be making you uncomfortable, your viewers uncomfortable, and you need to know, you need to run a tight ship. You don't need to, but this is what I wish I would have run a tight ship. I wish I would have deleted the bad comments, banned who needed to be banned. Not saying I never banned anyone, like I did ban people, but I wish I would have felt more confident in it and deleted the bad messages. And like, I think I was too afraid to let go of that one viewer. But you know, sometimes you let one viewer go who's making the whole chat uncomfortable and you get 5 new cool people in return, okay? So what I'm saying is don't be afraid if someone is, you're kind of on the edge, like, should I ban this person? Should I not? Remember, you are in complete control of your stream, and the chat is kind of a reflection of the streamer almost, which I did not get at first. I did not get that at all. I just thought, you know, here I am, here's the chat. Like, no, the chat is a reflection of the streamer, okay? So what you allow is kind of what your community will be. Keep that in mind. I wish I knew that. The 10th and final thing I wish I would have known before I started streaming is I wish I would have known what I wanted to be known for. And to be honest, I still don't know, okay? I think the ultimate goal as a streamer is to be able to answer who is your username blank, you know, like who is BeanDip? You know, if someone was asked in the streets, like, who is this person? Oh, is she the best Valorant, Fortnite, or Age of Empires 2 player? You know, because that could be said for a lot of streamers. Not me though, but for a lot of the top streamers who are doing what they're doing, like Ninja, you know, he's played with Drake, right? That's how people know him for. Do you have a hilarious speed dating show? I've watched Kai Cenat. Okay, I know exactly what he does. He does crazy things. He has Nicki Minaj on the show. Are you a rage gamer like Jinxie? You know, like when someone asks who is Jinxie, oh, he rages at Rainbow Six. He does hilarious speed dating shows. You know, he is able to answer those questions. You know, people would be able to answer those questions about him as a streamer. And to be honest, I don't know if those things can be said about me. Like, who is BeanDip? She's like a casual gamer streamer who plays chess, Fortnite, and Age of Empires, and Sims 4 and Lake, and oh my gosh, so many things that I do that I still don't know who I am. And I'm 24, almost 25. My birthday is in a month and a half. So yeah, this tip, I wish I would have, I guess the reason I bring it up is because I wish I would have known when I started streaming that is the ultimate goal I should be working towards. And since I only kind of figured this out recently, I am still working daily towards trying to figure out who I want to be, but it's a good goal to keep in mind, you know, like if you really are trying to make it as a streamer, who are you as a streamer? Who is BeanDip? I don't know. Not to be all profound and stuff, but still don't know. Let's try and figure it out. Maybe and ask me again in 7 more years as a streamer, then I'll have to figure it out. Alrighty then, those are my 10 things I wish I knew before I started streaming with Bean. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. And I will be live on Twitch every single day of my life, as long as I can help it. If you guys want to check me out live while I play video games and do other stuff. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.